Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
You said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry that I can't keep it together. Maybe it's the trauma, or maybe it's the drugs. I can't seem to control my fucking temper. But the problem lies in not being enough. I lost my sense of humor in the battle for my mind. Now I'll slip away with one last puff this time. Substance suicide, assisted by my fickle friend. I'll finally lose my mind. Substance suicide, only time with no regrets is letting myself die. Forgive me for the outburst with your neighbors. My actions don't reflect what's in my soul. I never found the right way to relate or take in and display a better role. The chemicals that shape me are buried deep this time. My family's already given up, it's fine. Substance suicide, assisted by my fickle friend. I'll finally lose my mind. Substance suicide, the only time with no regrets, letting myself die. Substance suicide, assisted by my fickle friend. I'll finally lose my life. The substance suicide, the only time with no regrets is letting myself die. Is letting myself die.
There are many simple things in the world. Shovels. They are all different. Gardening shovel. Unloading shovel. Children's shovel. But there is also a different shovel. We use it when we come to the position. In short time, it helps us dig a trench which saves us from bullets. If a tank will pass over the trench, there is a high probability that it will not cause any harm to the soldier. We dig in the ground, deeper, and then connect the trenches with our friends to the left. In just a few hours, trenches are all connected. When we do not have an axe, we can use a shovel to cut a loaf of bread. A soldier uses a shovel as a paddle, crossing the wide river under enemy fire. If we run out of ammunition, we will use a shovel again, and then we'll move on. get the order to stop, we'll take a shovel again and build around us an impregnable fortress. This fortress is defended by the army of Ukraine, our army.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
From the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence on this 16 February 2026, in the year of our Dow dumpster fire. It's Monday edition. I'm your host, or Ken, whoever you want to call me. That's kind of a little, stick with the call sign or what? I mean, everyone knows me as that, so I'll just stick with that. Man, what a mess. I hope your Monday is going good. Today is President's Day. Hope you, some of you guys should be off. Some of you guys working or on post, off post, whatever. Should be, you should be, I don't know, chilling. I don't know. What are we supposed to be celebrating now? President's Day. What's the President's Day stuff supposed to be President's Day for celebrating President's Day? Of course, across the Happy Valentine's. Did y'all have a good Valentine's? St. Valentine's, Happy Valentine's Day with apostrophe. I don't know. Does Valentine's Day seem... I'll just say Valentine's, is it too commercialized? Like, does some make it more than the others? Does everyone make it a big deal? Is it just women doing it? Is it guys overdoing it? Things were, well, yeah, that sounds like Mad Men. You had to slave away today. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, sorry to hear about that, Keith. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like, for instance, anytime Valentine's comes up, everyone talks about, oh, I did this. Oh, I did that. Oh, I did this. I did this day and I did that day and I hung out and did this and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I took the old lady out, took, whatever, hung out with some of my girlfriends or my, well, I don't know, old lady girlfriends, wives, side pieces, ex-wives, you never know. However you celebrate. So I hope you guys did okay with your Valentine's Day. I hope that went okay. I know some individuals are in the doghouse, right? Some individuals are like, oh yeah, I didn't do shit and I'm in trouble now, or I had to work. So I hey, feel for you. Feel for you. I don't know. I guess it's what you make it. It's like, for some, yeah, thank you. I'm about to say, Keith, to me, it just seems like it's over commercialized, heavily commercialized. Doesn't really get really too, I don't know. It's almost like the meaning of it now. It's almost like to the point to where how Christmas is, and all that. How oh my gosh, oh my God, hang on. The little guy. You love yourself very well. Easter's on deck. Hang on for a sec. Oh wait, hang on. God. So I had a little visitor in here. I had the little guy in here helping me out doing sit up and stuff like that. And he left the door open behind me, and it's like really fucking getting on my OCD. Hang on, I'll be right back. Let me shut the door. You guys are gonna hear. Sorry, I gotta do this, and I don't want to get up, and I'm wearing Ranger panties. So hang on. there we go. Much better. I want you guys to see all my junk hanging out and stuff like that. Just, there. Oh, we got Hawaii in the building. There you go. Branko says you loved yourself very well. All right. Thanks, I guess. Cool. Thanks for letting us know about that. So again, today's President's Day, so you should be off or not off. If you are definitely, if you are definitely, enjoying your day off, then hey, enjoy it. But I was just gonna say that that I don't know, President's Day, just like Valentine's Day. What is it? I don't know. Are our holidays too I don't know, the meaning of it? Like you said, Easter's coming around the corner, just like when Christmas, like after a specific holiday, like 4th of July. And then what comes after 4th of July, right? And then, okay, we got nothing happening in August. Nothing's happening in September. Labor Day, okay. October was coming up, right? Yeah, exactly that, Marshall. Some people don't even know it's a holiday. As soon as 4th of July, there's important days like Halloween, 4th of July, Christmas, and New Year's are kind of like the big thing with the children's. But and then, but Christmas, I mean, putting up Christmas decorations right after Halloween? No, dude, you should wait until after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is the day that you do it. So I digress. I know, like I said, individuals are like, there's a holiday today. I don't know, just too drawn out. I only care about the holidays that get a good deal on a new mattress and a Charger Scat Pack. Yeah. So I know there was some stuff that was happening right prior to the week, right before the weekend, and also this stuff that I got caught up in Sergeant's Time. I don't bring up Sergeant's Time. I don't bring up Monday edition topics to Sergeant's Time because it's Sergeant's Time, right? It's a leader professional development. It talks about Army news and talks about new policies coming out. Of course, I always flash my AER propaganda, of course. Make sure you donate to AER, supporting soldiers and their families since 1942. There you go, AER, support them. So there's my only plug. So it's just one of those things to where I try to keep up. And right before, when I was on air, there was a lot of topics going on with our Attorney General. And last night, all right, see you, Raymond. Talking about our Attorney General, Pam Bondi, went on to testify. And she was sitting in front of members of Congress, and she kind of lost her shit. And she's now lost her shit enough to where it has become to where anything that has to do with Epstein, anything, it just seems like the administration wants to move on or doesn't want to talk about it. And my question is that why isn't anybody going to jail? I mean, we're starting to slowly find out. Hey, hell yeah, we're all right. So-and-so we thought was, yeah, okay. All right, we got some individuals that could be, yeah, fucking fry them. Let's do something. But then the shit gets released. We did a couple of shows where we did a search and all that, and like, wow, okay. You would think, all right, finally, yes, gonna get some action here. Gonna get some indictments. Gonna get something happening. Even more information was released over the last Sunday and today. Holy shit, about other players that are involved in the administration and all the clout chasers and all the political podcasters and all that were involved that knew about some shit that aren't saying nothing. It's incredible. It's just incredible. Yes, exactly. Unbelievable. Stupendously stupid. So here's Pam Bondi. And you guys know me, I'm on a window cap. So we can watch and enjoy together. And they're fucking with her about the Epstein shit. And here you go. Here's her reaction to her this. And I'm just gonna say, well, I'll let you watch this and I'll inject afterwards my opinion. This is only gonna be for about a minute. We'll laugh and enjoy it.
The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. we should be talking about. What does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan.
Committee will be in order.
Mr. Jordan, am I going to get an extra 45 seconds added to my time?
The committee will be in order. The time belongs to the gentleman from Texas. Ms. Bondi, the Attorney General can respond.
Thank you. The Dow has shattered 50,000 for the first time. This is crazy. They said it couldn't be done in 4 years, yet President Trump has done it in 1 year.
I'm sorry, I gotta play this part back.
The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're
$50,000. Dow's over $50,000. Said that. Did she say that? $50,000? I was trying to correct some individuals. Did she say dollars or not? So I pulled up the video just a bit, double check. She did say $50,000.
The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000.
I'm going to reclaim my time. I'm going to reclaim my time. Dude, what is going on here? I would have started questions with, why are you, yeah, exactly. I don't understand why. I mean, this is the Dow. Why are we talking about the Dow when it comes to the Epstein shit? If you are the Attorney General and you were in charge of the whole files being released and all that, and you're about ready to testify before Congress, you would think the last fucking thing you want to talk about is the fucking Dow. Get down to the brass tacks, right? As they like to say, oh, down here to the brass. We want to get to the brass tacks here. What are you talking about? I know you. Look, we all know that members of Congress like to claim or like to talk about they're going to get involved and stop this insider trading and all that, and nothing fucking happens. It was funny because after she made that Dow announcement, the Dow is the Dow. You guys ever been, some of you guys that live in the coast, you ever see like when a seagull and it's trying to get your food or something like that, and it's making that noise flying to you? It sounds like that, right? Sounds like, cats panicking. The Dow. Played it enough to where even the little guy was going, making fun of the voice. So it's just annoying. Anyways, so just exactly when it was posted. That's the Dow went down. Maybe she shouldn't be talking. That's what I'm saying. When anybody's talking about stocks and stuff like that, especially on a very high visibility case like this, you shouldn't talk about it. Just stop. People want to know what the fuck's going on with Epstein and who are the names of the files and who's involved and all that. And you're like, dude, are you serious? You really brought that to the Dow? To the point to where memedom has happened. Meme fire. As a matter of fact, somebody sent me, and you guys know I'm kind of on the AI stuff, but somebody did an AI vid of her going the Dow. Keith, oh, that's a good point, Keith. She has officially outdone. What difference at this point does it big time has outdone that? Surprised Hillary didn't go, man, this bitch is spitting. What's the kid say now? I'm trying to catch up on the Zoomer vernacular here. I want to make sure I get this right. Bitch is spitting or motherfucker spitting or something like that. Somebody even did make sure I'm gonna turn this up. Somebody did a little freaking auto-tuned. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you what, this should not be partisan about an indictment for any of the fucking Epstein customers, customers, clients, involvements, cover-ups. There should be this should not be partisan. This should not be a discussion to, no. Y'all wanted the fucking files, and as soon as you got the fucking files, we're going to talk about the files search in a minute, because that kind of got me thinking when I was talking about us doing a show or searching the files. Somebody did a fucking auto-tune thing, and again, you guys know I kind of don't, So if we get a strike on YouTube or something like that, sorry, it's just gonna be. But somebody, who was I think this was Nadler that was asking questions, and the same thing we're all asking too.
How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted? How many perpetrators are you even?
The Dow right now is over 50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. That's what we should be talking about. The Dow right now. S&P at almost 7,000. The American people need to know this. Need to know how is the Dow.
Let me address the survivors because that's
how is the Dow.
How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted?
There we go. That's the question that I wanted to bring up. How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have been indicted? Has anybody seen it? Has anybody gotten the tea? Anybody gotten the scoop? Or anybody have receipts of all that shit? I'm just blown away that everybody talking about, oh yeah, we got to finally this is gonna happen. Finally we're gonna get some indictments. Finally we're gonna get this, and not a fucking thing we've seen. I mean, at least do a fucking perp walk. At least talk about the names that have been identified in the Epstein files and blah, 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 blah. Also break it down and make sure just because Epstein, because we have questions too. Why was Epstein getting a bunch of FBI information that had other people's that were, news stories scraped from other sites to make it seem like they were implicated with Epstein when it had nothing to do with Epstein? He watches Fox News, bam, Sean Hannity's involved. Well, hang on. Freudian slip, I guess. Covering up. This shit's insane, dude. And not to mention the fact that there were some survivors standing behind her. That I'm just like, Stephen Hammond. Who's that? Who's Stephen Hammond? Janice, throw a quick refresher in there because so many names are getting thrown out. Hang on. Somebody brought this up too to my attention, and I wanted to make sure that we talked about it. Here's the thing that makes me mad is that now everyone's using this whole thing as to either get fucking clout, direct it. Steve Hammond. Are you talking about Steve Bannon? Is that what you're talking about? Bipartisan efforts are responsible for getting us to where we're now remarkable. Yes, it's a shock. This whole thing about who's the victims, who are not the victims names being released. Release the fucking names. Release the names. Individuals who are testifying that saying that they were in traffic with Epstein and these people knew. Name the fucking names. If you name the names, then I pretty much guarantee you, oh shit. But then again, we've not seen any indictments. The picture of the victim staring at her and she would not look at them. Yeah, I did see that. Hang on. I think that was part of my little slideshow here. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. That's it right there. This is incredible. I cannot believe the amount. Connor read the 6 co-conspirators out loud after they were redacted. Yeah. It's always a problem with the long hair, even the wigs. Okay, Annette. Again, I don't know. I think the American people deserve anything right now at this point. Not bickering back and forth. Stop posting shit on fucking Twitter or social media to posture yourself in some sort of clout or anything. I'm just blown away that nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Now the memes. Hang on, I gotta pull up some memes. I have a meme review that I need to look at, so that way I'm not overdoing it. Where do memes go? Where do my memes go? Oh, there we go. Here are some memes that we're going talking with the team. I got to be careful with some of these memes. I think the last time we I don't want to make sure we don't get in trouble by social media on some of the memes. Last time we posted some stuff live, shit got toasted. So let's begin. The Dow is over 50,000. Next meme. Ma'am, do you know how fast you're going? Yeah, the Dow is over 50,000. The Attorney General debating with Congress. Let's see another one here. Oh, I like this one right here. This is a good one here, too. You remember when you protected the pedophiles and then yelled about the Dow like a lunatic? That was fucking stupid. Yep. You're killing millions. Dan, the Dow was over 50,000. I love these memes, man. Oh shit. Hang on, there's some more folders I gotta look at. I'm going with a bunch of memes here. Hang on. Here we go. Investigate the pedal, but sire, the Dow. Again, you can find all these memes. Just all you gotta do is look for Dow memes, and you can find it. One of the things that stood out to me during this testimony that raised alarm was there was a list. There was like a hit list. There was like a list of who looked at your shit, who looked at the Epstein files. Nothing is happening in the U.S. outside the U.S. People being fired and resigning. That's true. So here's the list that was released on. Valentine's Day, and you can see a lot of them in here. Now, one of the things that tripped me out here was like, oh, okay, cool. I see some individuals, but Pam Bondi's in it. Donald Trump's in it. Tucker Carlson's in it. All the big. Hey, what's going on with the Mike Flynn's in it. Bill Gates in it. Giuliani's in it. Nikki Haley's in it. Tony Higgins. Marilyn Monroe's in it. Why is she in it? Let's see who else. Elvis was in it. Surprised we didn't find. Bill Richardson's in it. Janet Reno's in it. Susan Rice is in it. Now, didn't we say there was going to be a lot of individuals that were going to be named inside that probably had nothing to do with it, but due to the fact that it was the FBI sending Epstein, a bunch of J.D. Vance is in it. Ivanka, Peter Thiel, Real White, and Jeff Zucker, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Melania, Mark Zuckerberg. So what? I would have thought, since the adults are back in charge, I would have thought this. I would have thought that there would have been a good scrubbing. And instead of promises of they're on my desk or whatever, I would have thought there would have been, so, okay, we're going to release some Epstein files, that these are the individuals that are that have been mentioned in the Epstein files due to the fact that because Epstein was getting information on these individuals, blah, 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 they had nothing to do. Something along the line, so it would have started off like that. Because people are picking and choosing now on who was involved, who could have been involved, and immediately going, see, I told you. They hung out with Epstein. I think that was released to Congress from the DOJ ahead of the hearing so they could be prepared for what was going to be asked. What are you talking about, Keith? You're talking about the list that, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, exactly that, Keith. Melinda Gates publicly saying that her ex-husband was going to have some things to answer for was rough. Yes. Here was the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Requires the Department of Justice within 50 days of completing the release, required under the Act, to submit to the House and Senate committees the Judiciary report finding that all categories of records released and withheld and summary of redactions made, including legal basis, and a list of government officials and politically exposed persons. Politically exposed persons. Is that I don't think that should be how about politically open person or something like that? Politically exposed person means like it's like a disease or something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She had notes that detailed who accessed what in the files at the hearings. And that's my concern, Keith, because we were accessing the files too. So does that mean when the WTF Nation, they were going through the files too, and they were going through and shit talking about them? That means they knew? Is that what you're saying? Or you're saying that was provided to her? Or reference in the release materials. Consistent with Section 3 of the Act, the Department provides the following information in accordance with the requirements of the Act as described in the various departments. Submission in the courts of the Southern District of New York assigned to the Epstein Maxwell prosecutions of related orders. The department released all records and documents, communications, and investigative materials in the possession of the department that relate to any of the 9 different categories. And we see all this. So if you look at it, I'm like, there's not too many people that, I don't know what would he, what would Epstein have to do with Marilyn Monroe? Or Elvis? Or Dan Quayle? Help John Paul. See him right there too. Some of the stuff that Mitt Romney. That just lays out a whole, this just lays out a whole blanket that, okay, so who are these guys? Were they mentioned, involved, knew about some of the conversations, but decided to cover it up? Do I need to pull out some tinfoil? Hakeem Jeffries? Janis Joplin? The fuck is Janis Joplin doing in there? I love the memes. They should have had divided by category. We should have divided our category. Sorry, I apologize, Janice, for not categorizing the memes. Lindsey Graham, Merrick Garland. I mean, Hillary Clinton. Where's Bill at? I don't see Bill in there. Dick Cheney. Why isn't Bill Clinton in there? Leave my name out of this. Shut up. You better shut up and stop talking shit, unless you know what's good for you. So again, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Oh, the names. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you're right. Exactly that, Janice. They should have. They should have I thought you were talking about the memes. You're correct, Janice. They should have categorized it. And I'm gonna tell you what. There's some autists out there that are doing some pretty good human terrain networking. Building a big web and who was involved or who was mentioned or who might be with whatever. And there are certain, again, conservative, quote unquote, calling themselves conservative podcasters and clout chasers out there that seem to be hanging out and all of a sudden are pretty fucking quiet. Incredible. Are we gonna see anything? Are we gonna see a perp walk? You know, other podcasters are saying, dude, what's okay? So the names are getting released. What the fuck's going on? Why are we having these names released? Are we getting to the point to where now it's like how we view corporations? How some corporations get bailed out because they're too big to fail? Are we seeing this now? Where now that applies to our own government? It's not making sense. As a matter of fact, it's making you look like an ass. Well, it's making the government look like an ass. At least do something. At least talk about, okay, gotcha. We know there's some people that were dead to rights or whatever, and of course, start naming names. Some of the people are asking me some. Oh, I got some more comments in here. Hang on. There we go. But I'm aghast. I messaged the op channel. Okay, hang on. Okay, yeah, here we go. Thanks. Thank you so much. Attorney General Pam Bondi at the House Genesis seemed to have a printout of a page of Representative Jayapal. History of searches within the Department of Justice database related to Jeffrey Epstein. Photos of a black binder that Bondi had at the hearing showed the words Jayapal. I'm not fucking good. Jayapal Premier Search History and a list of documents, and they coincide with the numbering of the Epstein files. It is totally inappropriate and against the separations of power for the DOJ to surveil us as we search the Epstein files, said Jayapal, a Democrat from Washington State. Hey, that right there is fucking, that's not even a partisan issue. Like I said, we were searching that. So if all of a sudden now that the DOJ has a axe to grind with anybody searching the Epstein files, they're reading your shit. She and other members of Congress have visited the DOJ in recent days to view the related documents related to Epstein that are not available to the public. And those searches are specifically in the unredacted version of the insane. One of the WTF Nation team got their showing their Valentines. Dear redacted, and redacted of redacted. Hope it's redacted from redacted to redacted because redacted is redacted. And then XO redacted O Pam Bondi. PSI redacted the Dow. Mike says it's getting close to the time when we need to get rid of the tyrants that call themselves politicians. Dude, and they're all protecting each other. What was that George Carlin says? It's their club and you're not in it? Paraphrasing, of course. Keith, you got a good point. What's crazy, the DOJ was handed redacted version as well as from the FBI, and the FBI has not released everything to the DOJ. There are only consequences for that of British entity, and that was in Europe. No consequences for you Americans over there. That's right, Annette. Annette from across the pond. We are saying the same thing. You're seeing a lot of people stepping down from overseas authoritative positions, right? They're stepping down from some of these banking individuals, some of these business people. And you're seeing them fucking step down. We're not seeing shit. Matter of fact, we're hearing silence from individuals that are possibly connected to or are connected to the Epstein drama. Smoke and mirrors. It's all right. You guys are on fire tonight. So, again, are we going to do anything on this? Is anything going to happen? I mean, when you have, I'm telling you, we have Aussie, I have Aussie connections, network and stuff like that. Aussie and British, across the pond, down under. And they asked me the same thing. I connect on social media. Hey, what is going on with you Yanks? You guys going to do anything? I kind of was like joking around that there was the reason why, so that way everyone can dismiss or disregard. It's like a deflection from the scandal of the Canadian curling event in the Olympics. Joking, of course. Wayne says, another news, the Department of Health announced that there's a rise in sexually transmitted ringworm in Minnesota. Thanks for that news. I mean, STDs are STDs. I think everybody was talking about, if there's any idea that an STD is going to happen, there's always going to be an outbreak of STDs that are reported or unreported. Wait a minute, we do the same thing now with STDs, unreported and reported? Did your screen just glitched? What you talking about? Do you think we're? I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to now search. Illinois governor brother stepping down from the CEO Hyatt. Who was that one? Matter of fact, let me see. I had it up. So, speaking of STDs, how about that ski medalist during his victory interview? What? Oh, man. Yeah, here was the search that we were that you mentioned, Keith, right here. He was on the list. Okay, there you go. Appreciate it, Wayne. So here was the right here. Again, this is alarming because a lot of us, everybody, so that means that everybody has been searching your stuff, has been going through your shit. So when we tapped in, I mean, it's obvious they're going to know who, whatever, but across the country, news outlets, that means news outlets. That means you. If you call somebody out about the Epstein shit, they're going to know that you looked down and downloaded a couple documents. Us! We've been making memes and downloading documents about it, laughing left and right. On who was involved, of course. We weren't laughing at the obviously issue in the trafficking. Michael Jackson wasn't on the Epstein list. Ooh. See, that's what I'm saying. Is that an Epstein? You know what I'm about to say? There is no Epstein list. I don't think there is. I don't think there's a list. I think it's everybody who has been involved that were either clients that knew about it, that were fucking covering shit up, that were ride or die. The individuals that were finding out that individuals who are riding or dying with Epstein are involved and connected to other conservative outlets. So Sterling Holm agrees eventful 2026 winner continued with the second bronze medal. A few days after his decision to reveal he cheated on his girlfriend immediately after winning the first bronze medal, went viral around the world. Oh shit. Is that on air? Oh, it was translated. Okay. Yeah, because I don't if it's yeah, the biggest thing I've been seeing is the okay, hang on, here it is. Since you guys want to bring it up. Hang on. Let's see what he's talking about. I wonder, you know what? I wonder if this is going to get us banned live. Ooh, you know what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get this banned. You know, let me see. I mean, this is in the language anyways, so this he's speaking. Here's how he sounds.
Hele familien som har backa meg. Og så det ene.
So, I mean, oh.
Og for 3 måneder siden så gjorde jeg min største tabbe og var utro mot henne. Og det fortalte jeg for en uke siden.
Yikes. Damn. Holy crap. Let's see if we're still on air. Because I know last time we posted Olympic stuff, I don't know what Sports Bar did. Posted some NFL stuff like that, and man, we got a few we got threatened with takedown. All right, here's another meme. Posted on WTF Nation Radio's yeah, exactly. Oh man, I can imagine. Here's another meme posted on WTF Nation Radio's social medias, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook concerning the Dow. First question, tell us about yourself. Visible panic. The Dow is over $50,000. I can't believe she actually said $50,000. What's up, Heath? Pip says, install Proton VPN, download Tor, and use them all together for your dark search. Dude, Opsec, you're just revealing OSINT stuff here, man. I'm just trying to see right now if we're glitched. I don't see a delay, so I don't see anything dropped. According to my scopes. Yeah, I could imagine. Could you imagine getting that? Oh, God. You could have at least alluded to something. Just said, hey, 6 months ago I made the biggest mistake and I just want to apologize and blah, blah, blah. And that'd have been it. But doing that openly, man, for the world to see, only for us to replay it and everybody see that globally. So again, so I don't know what's going to happen. Are we going to see? I know a lot. Like I said, I love it. A lot of conservative podcasters out there quiet because some of the people that they support or they work with have been named in discussing actual conversations with Epstein. She must have found out, so he came clean with the world. Maybe it was an attempt to win her back. Probably an epic fail. Yeah. Annette says, here in Germany, we have problems with the Stasi-Akten files. A lot of them are unreadable names, or we're still working for the police, army, and government are missing the same shit like the thing with the Nazi-Akten files after 1945. Ooh, man. Stasi-Akten files. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. There's another one here somebody was talking about. They had another AI stuff. I normally don't like pushing AI. I was going to talk about the only because, so if you guys notice, there's a lot of AI videos getting pushed on Facebook. You can see I call it AI slop. Now look, I'm not saying that AI doesn't help or doesn't have something that can be used. I mean, for instance, believe it or not, you have AI in your hand, on your phone, smartphone, to do something. A little bit of AI to help out. Not too deep, not too big, not too whatever. AI is, believe it or not, being used for how you shop anyways. Everyone calls it the algorithm and all that. So there's a video of Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise fighting on top of a building. It was all AI. Not bad. I don't know, just somebody who's, for those that are involved in film work or those that have done editing or those that have worked for, you could kind of tell. For static images, like I said, to me, that looks like a Mad Magazine comic. It looks like comics from Mad Magazine. As far as the, oh my God, Facebook is bad. The biggest one I see is when Mima and Pop, those old accounts, or those military themed AI slot pages that throw 100% fucking bullshit stories about somebody. And it's not true, but they use an AI image. So everyone's like, did you see this? Did you see? How come this is not? I'll be honest with you. I think everything's been so over algorithmized that it just needs to be deleted. I think Facebook just needs to go away. All of it needs to just AI. It's like a cancer now. You cannot fucking get rid of it without somebody. You cannot see any image without somebody saying, is that, and a matter of fact, genuine submissions to U.S. Army WTF moments from videos, because it's checked. It's actual raw checked. People still say that's AI. That's because it's a WTF moment, so people can't believe something's happening. But yeah, it's gotten to the point now, anything, someone will say it's AI. Nope, it's AI. So now if you get filmed doing something, you can just say it's AI. And nobody will say anything about it. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. I can see where it's AI, even though it's 100% true. It sucks. So there was a video that was posted on social media, and it was, a lot of the social media posts that you see are posted on X. When I say on social media, it's on X because in other platforms, it's taken out. It really is not. Somebody will post it, they'll complain, and then that's it. Now, I know this is going to be a topic for Pop Culture Warrior. I know this has been a discussion back and forth, and we've talked about it. SAG-AFTRA posted they provided a statement about that image, about that video, by using the AI ByteDance, and it was a ByteDance AI model called CDance 2.0, and yeah, exactly that. There's writers who are using AI for stories for news articles. Yep, that's like creativity's gone. And you guys know we supported the strike, because we believe in authentic art. We believe in like when it's an actor acting, I want that actor to act. I want to be that actor that I go meet at a Comic-Con and say hi to. A genuine actor, somebody who's of the art. And we had a discussion about how James Earl Jones, before he passed, assigned the rights of his voice likeness of Darth Vader from here on out. So now he is an AI. So if you watched Rogue One, that was the last representation, physical, genuine representation of James Earl Jones as Darth Vader. And then for the series Obi-Wan, then that was all AI. All that was AI. You can kind of tell if you watch James Earl Jones movies or you're a fan and you see how he speaks or the inflection of his voice or how he enunciates. You can barely kind of tell. It's AI. It looks. You could tell that there is some tweaking involved, but SAG-AFTRA has posted a statement saying that they are standing with the yes, AI used in films and TV now. You can watch Netflix, and somebody says that there's certain nuances of some of their little AI nuances of their advertisements. It's condemning. Stands with the studios to condemn the blatant infringement enabled by ByteDance's new AI video model, CDance 2.0. The infringement includes unauthorized use of our members' voices and likenesses. This is unacceptable and undercuts the ability of human talent to earn a livelihood, which is true. CDance 2.0 disregards law, ethics, and industry standards and basic principles of consent. Responsible AI development demands responsibility that is non-existent here. Keith says, I do not agree with Darth Vader being locked down to one voice and no chance of a different interpretation. Well, I mean, there is a different interpretation. It's Anakin Skywalker outside the armor. Now, I don't know, being a Star Wars aficionado and novel reading, I read the novels. You could say I'm a fan. I don't recall, other than some of the radio or some of the audiobooks uses of Darth Vader, I don't know if that applies as well. I know there are voice actors that voice Darth Vader in some video games. I think some audiobooks too. There used to, believe it or not, back in the day, there used to be a radio show, kind of like, you turn on your radio and they're going to talk about this radio and Star Wars is going to come on. And it was like the whole thing. It was almost like someone read an audiobook. I guess you would call that the precursor to an audiobook. Someone just reading a book, talking about that, and they had the effects and everything like that. And then you had, and this, this tall, imposing figure walks in, clad in black, and the Darth Vader voice and starts coming through. And I don't know, there are some actors that provide voices for, those type of things. So it's kind of like, I don't know with Darth Vader's, I mean, that's a good point with Keith, how that's a good point with it's Darth Vader. Is his voice ever going to change in canon? We don't know, because we could go back and forth on how Disney and Lucasfilms just totally fucked up the whole thing. So we won't know if he's always going to be the same Darth Vader that I remember or that the new generation would know. Strike. Yeah, rest in peace, Robert Duvall. I don't know if you guys caught that. A legendary actor. He passed away. I think it was over the weekend. It was announced today, though. Over the weekend. And, dude, 95 years old. Dude, that's a life, man. Living a full life. Patrick says Darth Vader should have been voiced by Gilbert Gottfried. Okay. I know you're just joking. I know there's a Star Wars uncut that has several scenes where Peter Mayhew, the actor that plays Chewbacca, voices his lines, and then of course in post-production they use the that we all, come to know and like. But there's certain scenes, like in The Empire Strikes Back, where he is interacting with the other actors, Harrison Ford, and the other Carrie Fisher and all that. They're all he's interacting with, speaking with the voice, and it's freaking hilarious. When he's sitting there on top of the Millennium Falcon, he's welding, and it's time for them to leave, and Han Solo walks up to him, he's like, "Hey," and then Chewie goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" It's freaking hilarious. What if they do that to music? No more opportunities for live music to play Mozart or Beethoven. That's what I'm saying. On some aspects, I'm agreeing with you, Keith. On some aspects, it's good to have. On some AI aspects are. I mean, some of the CGI that you watch in your favorite movies, some of it is with the. Some of it is done by AI for CGI. AI has to help fill it out. So some of the movies that you've watched have had some form of rudimentary AI for those graphics, motion visual effects and stuff like that. But when it's completely taken over to where you could totally tell, constant zooms, you're seeing the way the voice changes, facial recognition. It went from having actors having 4 or 5 fingers extra to where you could tell it's an AI version. Let's just put it that way. I don't know. For some reason, some people have the eye for it. Some people don't. Some people's like, "Oh, I think it's cool." Yeah, I know it's AI. What's the big deal? So again, I'm kind of on the. I'm coming on a thing. You got to respect the craft. You have to respect the craft of those individuals that put in the time and effort. I mean, now then again, there we go. Yeah, right here. So died at 95. Robert Duvall, rest in peace. Iconic actor. The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, The Great Santini. If it says to say, yeah, if I say it's safe to surf, it's safe to surf. Yeah, exactly. Legendary. I mean, how could you not like Robert Duvall as Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore from Apocalypse Now? I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Charlie Don't Surf. Big Deuce 6. I mean, come on, dude. Legendary. So the Jedi were space. You ain't lying. Space ISIS. Religious fundamentalists that like to impose their decisions and will into politics and military operations. They became the very thing they were hoping not to be. And they were disregarding some of their own rules. Right, Obi-Wan? You messing around with Satine? Me trying to AI first time before transferring to a customer service is a deep pain in the ass. The definition of insanity is telling me the same damn thing and getting the response isn't helpful. Oh, yeah, that's a good one too. Customer service. See, things like that, I want to hear the human. I want to hear a human talk to me. Ring. Yeah, hi. This is Ken, and I'm having some issues with my browser or something like that. Boom, boom, boom. You hear that weird tone? Hi, welcome to this. And you hear like whatever. Meta really sucks about that too when you get involved. When you're trying to figure out some shit with your page. AI is like, can I help you with your problem? No, let me speak to a live representative. AI, a live representative will 6 to 8 minutes. No, I don't want to talk to you. You're not helpful at all. No, I don't want to talk to you. You're not helpful at all. I can help you resolve your issue in less than a minute. Me, shut the fuck up, but let me speak to a live agent. Was this information helpful? No, it's not. I want to speak to a human. I bet if the business model of bringing humans back to customer service, willing to bet that you're going to have those companies be a little bit more successful. Because that nowadays, customer service, man, is just gone. Like when it's time to, DoorDash some food, not feeling like cooking or not feeling like going out. I want a DoorDash. So I'm doing DoorDash, right? Damn right. I'm going to DoorDash you. If I got yeah, exactly that. Representative. Oh, that's fucking USAA right there. press 9 or say representative. Representative. But again, I have an issue with my chow being delivered. Then immediately puts me into some sort of AI thingy. Yeah, just give me the DoorDash credits, please. And I'll remember the next time that DoorDasher comes around not to tip them. So again, AI to me, there are some things about AI that are helpful, but not when it comes to replacing the human factor. I guess you would say one of the first soft truths is that humans are more important than software, because now we're seeing a huge push in the use of AI in our government or in our processes within the Department of War. I almost said DOD. So again, I just think it's kind of disappointing that someone else, I had a conversation with somebody in the film industry as well. And I said, and this would be personally because working with individuals and trying to get scripts done and trying to help with productions and being involved in some of that, I think the reason why some of these AI productions are now coming out because they were scripts that were rejected by this nepotism that's going on in Hollywood with who you know. And everyone going into freaking production hell on something. Analysis paralysis when you have 15 different writers on something and there are gatekeeping. Some enterprises and intellectual properties because they think they could do it better. And there's some hotshot fucking writers out there that can provide you some of the most best original content for Hollywood to enjoy. Hollywood doesn't want it. Scripts will sit. It's all in who you know. Dude, I felt badass last night for pre-ordering DoorDash when I was on my Lyft ride. Yeah, I've done that too. We're doing some errands and stuff. Shit, and order some food. I've done that too. It's pretty cool. You order your food and you're right there. As like I said, for convenience and stuff like that. Oh man, the children's love it. VA has been using AI for. I don't even know what the VA uses anymore. I don't. We don't get any updates. We just get social media posts. From Doug Collins, the VA secretary. Talking about other things that are happening, and we don't. I don't know. I just don't think the veteran community is. I don't know. Does it feel? It doesn't feel. I don't feel informed. I get emails. Don't get me wrong. I get the VA emails. Like it's like a ribbon cutting or something like that. Hey, veterans, you want to come out and do this ribbon cutting? Just says like, oh yeah, we opened this new VA center. We opened up this new clinic. We opened this up. Oh, cool, man. How about you want to come out and have the vets support it? Or have some chow, or have some, I don't know, have like a barbecue or something like that. I don't know. So it just feels a little bit just disjointed. That you have to use social media to highlight the issues in the VA. The VA comes online and they says, no, the reason why, blah, 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 blah. I know there's some truth to some of the, but Jesus Christ. People reading a script and going through troubleshooting tabs and a binder, oof. You mean like Pam Bondi? Damn. Good one, Annette. Oof. Good one, Annette. All right. So this next one here. Now look, all this shit's happened that's going on in the news. The calamity of the Epstein files and the incompetence of the release. The lack of indictments. But did you guys hear about aliens being confirmed? Aliens? Like the aliens. Not illegal aliens, but aliens. Did you guys hear about that? Now, former President Obama said they're real. Let me show you this video, and you'll be like, oh, no way. This is on C-SPAN. It's on a podcast, the Brian Tyler Cohen podcast. And I was like, wow, he really said that. Because before he was like, no, not really, or classified, maybe, I don't know, that's classified or whatever. Take a listen to this.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51. There's no underground facility unless there's this enormous conspiracy and they hid it from the President of the United States.
What was the first question?
No, dog. Say that
aliens
again.
Real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them.
Dude, they're real. I'm surprised that this is not caused any. Hang on, let me see it again. Are aliens real?
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them.
Dude, what's up with that? They're real, and nobody blinked an eye. That's how numb we are as a society. Aliens are free. A former president confirmed that they're real. We've confirmed it, but there's only through we've never had. Obama had drinks with them. Now I'm talking about. Have you seen a former president confirm it, or at least not joke around it? You know, somebody asked this direct question to former President Obama, and he says they're real. It's like a Dave. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, Patrick. Yeah, you ain't lying. This country is like a fucking Dave Chappelle skit. Holy shit. The United States of space. Red Rock. Yay, yay. What? I wouldn't trust anything that came out of Obama's mouth. Dude, Thomas, what are you talking about, dude? So you don't trust us? You don't trust it when he said that we should not have all this division and shit like that? We need to calm the fuck down, stop canceling out when he talked about that a while back. So you're not gonna listen to that either? He recanted it, man. Nah. He didn't recant it. I don't believe it. I don't believe he can't. I don't believe. Okay, look. He may have. Okay, look. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God." Anyone who doesn't equate aliens to drone footage is out of touch with reality. Obama's smiling when he said it. He's full of shit. Hey, there's a lot of things that I say when I'm serious that I'm serious about. They're like, you guys don't believe that shit? Now, I bet you if it was Trump, you guys would be like, oh yeah, Trump, yeah, right. There are aliens out there. Not the illegal ones, but the one from space. They're out there. You guys would be jumping on that shit? Only because it came from him? I can't believe I gotta tell you guys this, that there's real fucking aliens out there. He doesn't remember having drinks. All right, so he says he recanted it, huh? I don't believe it. I mean, I believe that. I don't believe his. Does that make sense? I don't believe his statement. Let me see. Watch out, there's aliens out there. Not because Obama said it, it's because I said it. Some of you guys are full of shit. You're not going to believe that, but you can believe what fucking Trump says on some stuff? We need a UFO bingo live every time there's a major news event. Yes. Ooh. Yeah, you ain't lying, Persuasive. You ain't lying. CNN did post an article about him clarifying. After telling podcasts it's real. That's CNN. I didn't inhale, Bill Clinton. I didn't inhale. I made her inhale. He posted something on Instagram. Okay, hang on. It's like Clinton. He didn't have sex with that woman. Dude, I mean, come on. He's out of office. And there's aliens, right? Come on. He's out of office. It's not like he can just, oh, okay, cool. He's not out to save a reputation. You can just say, fuck it. So here, let me see what he says. Okay. I was trying to quoteth. This is from the article here. This is on CNN, posted 9 hours ago. Towards the end of the interview, which dealt with a range of heavyweight issues such as the killing of protesters at the hands of immigration enforcement agents, Cohen posed a series of questions in a lightning round. And he said, quote, you guys saw it, are aliens real? Unquote. And he says, like you saw it, they're real. I haven't seen them. not being kept in, what is it, Area 51? I mean, you know what Area 51 is. Come on. The second question's around, what was the statement, blah, 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 blah. Or the aliens, blah, blah, blah. So he posted on his Instagram. Strategery. Why you got to bring me into this shit? But the distance between solar said I was trying. Okay, here's what he says. Quote. Matter of fact, hang on. I'll drop the article inside of the chat so you can see it. I don't care how many chats you put it in. He's full of shit. There you go. Obama has like 70 million now. There you go. There's the article. In the chat so you guys can see it. He says, quote, you guys can read along with me. You guys can read along with me. I was trying to stick to the spirit of the speed round. Since it's gotten attention, let me clarify. Statistically, the universe is so vast that the odds are good there's life out there. Nah, man. Nah, dude. But the distance between solar systems are so great that the chance that we've been visited by aliens is low. I saw no evidence during my presidency that extraterrestrials may have made contact with us. Really? Then why'd you say it? Like I said, sometimes it's a Freudian slip. He had to have said it. I believe in UFOs and all this other stuff. Anyway, so to me, it's kind of like, ooh. Any former sitting, I mean, has any other president admitted that we have had aliens? Or that they're real? He just right off the cup. They're real. That's like, bam. Do you think you got a phone call from like the Men in Black? Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones showed up? I should have done the Civil War voice. So now he's clarifying now that he's clarifying his position. I'd say no, Mr. President. Stick to your guns, man. Stick to your guns. Aliens are real. You said it. Better watch that than a Hillary meltdown. Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly that. Yeah, exactly. That's the thought behind the Men in Black scene where they're looking up at the stars and the guy goes, you just look at it. You ever look at the stars and just like stare? Yeah. Oh man, I believe it. Yeah, as I'm saying, who knows? I'm gonna say who. I mean, he probably got told, dude, what are you doing? We gotta keep the people. We gotta keep these people freaking distracted and shit. We gotta keep them going. We gotta release But Will Smith showed up in his black suit, slapped him, and said, "Keep your aliens out your damn mouth." Yeah. Yeah, dude, I believe it. He said it. I'm convinced. Like I said, I am convinced that there is aliens out there. Beam me up, Scotty. Yeah, exactly that. Beam me up, Scotty, or beam me up to the new Star. Are we talking about the old Star Trek or new Star Trek? I know there's a lot of individuals that are really hating on the new Star Trek series. Civil War music? Oh, you guys don't know that shtick? Heath is bringing back the classics. Back in the day when I used to make fun of people talking about, I'm convinced Bigfoot is the black sheep of the alien family. You think there's an alien left behind? I can believe that. Yeah, I believe it. I believe in aliens. I believe in UFO. I know people are like, oh, whatever. But we have all of these testimonies. You have a Freudian slip by a former president saying they're real. I'm not seeing anybody else talk about that. Some of you guys will believe in a Squatch before you believe in aliens. I believe in a Squatch. I think there's something out there. Different regions are called Sasquatch or Woolly Booger or whatever you want to call it. I know out there in Louisiana swamps. I know I've heard some screeching out there before. I'm like, nope, I'm not going. No. South Carolina too. You mean the war of Northern Aggression? Yeah. The Giant of Kandahar. Exactly that, Holly. My dearest Jessica. Today, we were talking about aliens. And my boy Heath said I was full of shit. But I'll tell you what right now, in the struggles that we've had, to include the Epstein bullshit, I believe in aliens. You ever notice they always had that? Who's my dearest Jessica? That was the standard line that I used to say back in the day. I don't know anybody named Jessica. I think I don't know anybody named Jessica. Oh, you're still playing. Anyways, yeah, dude, I believe it. He said it. They exist. Oh, man, Wayne, you're bringing it back. Oh, hell yeah, the $6 million, dude, the $6 million man episode. Damn, dude. That was the Bigfoot craze, man, back in the day. Especially if you grew out west. Big time. Yeah, I believe it. He said it. Now he's only recanting. He's only clarifying his comments because he got. I believe that he should not have said what he said. What he said. I believe somebody came up and told him you should not have said this. Now the humans are, or maybe an alien showed up. Dude, what are you doing? Why are you saying this shit? Yes, sir. The tattoo point. Yeah. Oh, man. But the way they made look Bigfoot back in the day was scary as shit. It's a pop culture reference right there. You guys are taking me off my format tonight. I don't mind. So this is kind of fun. Since you always, I don't mind talking about Bigfoot and Squatch and all that stuff. Yeah, he looks scary as shit. You like Harry from, yeah. Oh, yeah. Harry and the Hendersons, yeah. Played by the same actor who played the Predator. Kevin Peter Hall. And that's some trivia for you. Kevin Peter Hall played Bigfoot on Harry and the Hendersons. Okay, hang on. Let me utilize the Google box. Look at this shit. This shit terrified the shit out of me when I was a kid. Hey, you need to go outside and make sure the gates closed outside, you know, living out there and out in the middle. Nowhere. Make sure the gate's locked. That right there, man. That, as a kid, terrified the shit out of me. It wasn't until that $6 million man episode, I wasn't afraid of the dark. I didn't give a shit. I didn't care. But I believe in Bigfoot, right? So you're like, oh, man, look at this. That's terrifying. Bigfoot showed up with Jack Links, and it was like, bro, oh, dude, the Bigfoot from Jack Links is hilarious. That is like the Jack Links Bigfoot is it's like cue the banjo. the Jack Links Sasquatch or Bigfoot is fucking hilarious. Shit, the Legend of Boggy Creek, baby. Oh man, that's right. I think I already made that reference. The Woolly Booger, right? The South Carolina Woolly Burger, Waterburger, Woolly Booger. Yeah. East Texas, Woolly Booger. There's one, yeah, the Woolly Booger in South Carolina. South Kakalaki. Isn't that where the Legend of the Boggy Creek was at from anyways? You guys, we're going to just do some Bigfoot pop culture warrior stuff. Sorry, CQ. Legend of Boggy Creek. Oh, my bad. The Honey Island Swamp Monster. That was from Arkansas. There we go. How the hell they know the names of the actors? Why the hell we have to know who played? Yeah, the Legend of Boggy Creek, man. Woo! The Bigfoot-like cryptid, the Falk Monster, in Falk, Arkansas. I wasn't afraid. We had man, come on, dude. We had rifles growing up too, but I'm gonna tell you what. There was tell you what, that you did think, I mean, come on. When I go out there, shit, look at that. Felt like he could take a couple rounds. Oh yeah, I posted the Max Headroom hijack a long time ago, and people thought that that was me. I'm like, dude, I didn't have computers back in the day. We didn't have that. I didn't have that technology to, yeah. The second parter where he was all jacked up. Well, he was all jacked up. Blank cartridge in a cleaning rod. Yeah, here's another. Yeah, here's. I guess here's another one where Bigfoot's not looking too good. The Bigfoot episodes, man. I'm gonna tell you what. They growing up. Exactly that. Boggy Creek. Any of those cryptid things where it can't be explained or you just don't know that they're legends. See that right there. You can't replicate that with that shit with AI. You can't. All those folklore legends. Lansdale, if he was fighting the British in 1776. Ooh, I wonder if during all that, any of those old historical document stuff like that, during the Revolutionary War, the Civil War. Here's another episode here. Yeah, here's another image you got. You don't have to be lonely at Sasquatch.com. Look, if you here's another one here with him and Colonel Steve Austin. So here's another, I guess, where he's in the lab getting checked out. Oh my God. Old Hollywood, man. Old Hollywood. But I believe it. I totally believe it. Even greater possibility that it has happened. Gary asked the question. I like the question. If aliens do arrive, which country is the world going to choose to speak for us? I'm going to guarantee it, Gary, right now, there'll be a war to figure out who will be talking to the aliens. There will be a war. There will be so much drama amongst world leaders on who they think that the aliens are just going to go Mars attack and go act and just fucking start killing everybody. That's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be freaking. I think it's going to be bad. I think, again, we're so. I mean, if you look at our world politics right now, everyone's trying to outdo each other, all the clout that they're trying to chase and all that stuff. Exactly that. Bigfoot shows up and surprise. I think I got an image of this one here. Let me look at this. Yeah, here we go. Here's yeah. Surprise. But anyways, if you've seen the Jack Link ones are hilarious. Sometimes the way the Sasquatch acts on the Jack Link's commercials makes me I root for Bigfoot on that aspect. Who was played by him? I think it was Andre the Giant that played Bigfoot. I don't know if you had the Steve Austin's. I think it was Andre the Giant. Yeah, it was Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant played. Yep, confirmed. Hang on. I don't know how we got to this talk from the Squatch, but yeah, here we go. Lee Majors with Bigfoot, with Andre the Giant. Man, I think that should have been Andre the Giant's shtick already. That would have been like, could you imagine Andre the Giant back in the day using this as his WWE/WWF days, having him act like this, having show up as the Bigfoot? Oh, that'd be badass. I mean, he had to like change out of his locker room before he got to his car or something like that. Because then wherever he would play, there'd be some rednecks out there in the parking lot. Yeehaw, there he is, Bigfoot. Go get him. Minneapolis won't let him in. I saw her at Walmart yesterday. Should have gotten an autograph. Oh my God. I'm saying he looks fucking imposing, right? I mean, he's a big dude, but as Bigfoot, that's some scary shit. Bringing back some freaking, some childhood scaries right there. So yeah, there's a whole, freaking, I think that was the model of Bigfoot. It was him during that time, then Harry and the Hendersons and the Jackling Squatch. So I think that right there would be, I think that there was perfect for a model of Bigfoot or the Squatch or cryptid, whatever you're. But yeah, the Legend of Boggy Creek, man, I remember that one. That was a big deal because it's just around 1970. That was around the early 70s when all the Bigfoot Squatch craze came out, and man, all that lore came out. Some of these legends. I mean, some of them old timers out there, out in Arkansas, out in the South, they'll tell you that shit's true and believe it like they believe in God. Who do you think would be, Who do you think would be a good choice to, like I said, I just answered that question. Who do you think would be a good choice for the alien meet and greet? Could you imagine having somebody like just totally fuck it up and then just, like I said, somebody's going to go up there, they're going to have aliens show up and then it's just going to be just like all fucked up. But anyways, I think that's, I think that closes it up. I was named after a Lee Majors character. Yeah. Oh, you saw Andre the Giant wrestle. Yeah. Heath and Big Valley. Australia. Ooh, man, I can imagine some of the stories in Australia or some of the lore that's out there, man. Incredible. So, anyways, this is a Monday edition. Thank you guys for hanging out and showing up. We got like freaking 9 shows now. Like 9. 9 shows. 9 shows in the WTF Nation realm. In the realm of our podcast network. We have so many. Matter of fact, let me open this up right here. Look at this. Look at this. Good Lord, look at all this stuff. Look at that. 9 shows. We have a show every day now, to include a midday show with The Reset with Dr. J, The King and Me, the actual King Smith, and Michelle. You guys probably saw it earlier. The Monday edition, of course, with moi here. Pop Culture War tomorrow. With his mad staff of Mad Mike and Angry Elf. The Smoke Pit. The Sports Bar. TZ and Radar on the Smoke Pit. The Sports Bar with What Do You Hear, What Do You Say, the Coach, and the actual King Smith again. Star Sound, myself, and Spanky. She's taking a break right now. So it'll be me. She always says, make sure you bring this up. Make sure you. So hopefully she doesn't send me any notes to talk about for our Star Sound. FTX. You guys checked out the last week with the members of the WTF Nation radio staff and other guests. And then again, weekend co-ops with Nemo on Saturday. So literally it's like Sunday is the Reset, Monday the Monday edition and the King and Me, and then Tuesday is the Pop Culture Warrior, and then Wednesday is Smoke Pit and the Sports Bar, and then Thursday is the Sergeant's Time, and then FTX by week to this week, and then weekend co-ops on Saturday. We have 3. We got more coming. Got more shows coming. Got more podcasts being set up. That we don't want to stop us this time. Make sure you share, like, and follow. We're broadcasting live on 5 different platforms. 2 YouTube pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. 2 Facebook pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. And X at WTF Nation Radio. I think that's it. Again, hit the thumbs up. As the kids would say, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. There's a podcaster out there that does that. I gotta make sure I get his name right so I give him credit. But my kid, the boy, loves watching his little excerpts. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. So the Smoke Pit's taking a break for a second, for a minute. So they've not been broadcasting, but they'll be back. There'll be some stuff coming up. So don't want to rush it. You know what I mean? We don't want to AI it. You know, just we don't want to be sloppy. These guys and gals turn out some pretty good product when it comes to some of their podcasts. So we're just, like I said, you'll see an announcement. But those are the predicted schedules. So on Wednesday, you're like, oh, not broadcasting or whatever. Okay. All right. I think that's it. I think did we cover it all? Did we get all the details we wanted to get out? We're talking about Epstein. We'll talk about Epstein aliens, and we talk about Pondy. We talk about what else? Yeah. Okay. We talked about AI, and of course, rest in peace to Robert Duvall, a legendary actor and Army veteran. So, with that, make sure you share, like, and follow, and shots. See you.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Driving us insane. ATF 0 dark 30, no time to complain. Push-ups in the mud, feel the muscle strain. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments, in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Hilltops in the desert, sandstorms in our eyes. Memories for breakfast, no room for lies. Running marches through the night under starless skies. Brothers and sisters, we rise. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments, in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Drill sergeant's fury echoing in the air. Discipline and duty we all must bear. Battle bodies by our side in the fight we share. In the face of danger we dare. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments, in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Zones and firefights, adrenaline's rush. Silent nights, broken by the enemy's hush. Medics on the move in the heat of the crush. In the heart of battle we trust. It's WTF moments, in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. Memories in our mind. Brothers lost but never left behind. Army WTF moments in the stories we find. In the Army's embrace, we're forever entwined. It's WTF moments, in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Through the smoke and the flames we rise again. In the heart of the storm we find our sin. Battle buddies by our side, our men. In the Army's legacy we transcend.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Я батько. Я молодший брат.
Я водій маршрутки. Я скоро одружуся. Я фанат Шахтера. Начальник отдела продаж.
Я прораб.
Я программист. Я свидетель на свадьбе.
Дядя Юра, таксист. Я вчитель фізкультури.
Я студент-геолог.
У мене своя фірма. Я кращий друг зі школи. Я сусід, який завжди стукає по батареї.
Я єдиний син.